So I have a question for him, and my question is, have you ever brought your side pieces around your main piece? Around your main bitch.
Of course not. And the reason
Really?
why,
But
no,
why?
hell
But why?
no. Because women can read other women very quickly. So it's almost like you can't bring a woman around that you've had some type of intimacy with and thinking that the chick that you're with, your lady,
Mm-hmm.
is not going to be able to identify it. There's no way that's not going to happen. Women examine how a woman talk to you. They examine the way they look at you. They examine the tonality that they use with you. So I
What if
don't
your
think
side piece was like, I'm gonna be really good? Are you sure you've never done, or like,
I've never done nothing like that.
or
And
have
not
you
just
brought a side piece to one of your family functions
mm-mm,
instead of your main girl,
mm-mm,
or like a function with your boys
mm-mm,
instead of your main girl?
mm-mm.
Why you think your main girl's gonna pop up?
No, I think that that's disrespectful.
Oh, that's good.
I
That's
look at it
good.
a little bit different. You know what I mean? It's a reason why you're my main girl, and it's a reason why you're over there. So when I look at that, why are you laughing? No, I'm being serious. Like, I don't think people.
Now, do they know about each other?
I think that they should.
Oh, okay, okay.
The reason why I think that they should because at some given point, there's something in someone not making me happy enough to commit to one. When you say main chick, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're in a relationship, but we're taking things a step further and taking things a little more serious than we did last year. So it's not like, no, I'm trying to make it make
So we
sense.
did last year.
Yeah, like I'm trying to make it make sense. So because after you be with a person, 2, 3 years or whatever the case may be, you don't really need a side piece. You may still have someone to entertain you, but you can go to strip club for that. But my point is, I think that that's extremely disrespectful to a degree where because that's the woman you chose. Like I wouldn't cheat on my wife. Now I probably sound old fashioned and crazy as
No,
hell.
and that's great. Yeah.
But I wouldn't do that because that's the person that I choose to give my last name to.
Right.
So obviously, what type of message am I conveying to a female that I decide to do outside of my wife? I'm basically telling this chick that you're better than my wife and I shouldn't have chose her. So you got to remember, there's a lot of subliminal messages that always go across the table. And sometimes people don't ignore. Some people ignore it, but then when an argument or confrontation comes, it's like, well, why you come kick it with me on Thursday night if you married? Like I'm saying, when the drama kicks in. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't cheat on my wife for the simple fact that you're the woman I chose. You're the woman I chose to give my last name to, and I don't want to convey like I didn't pick. That's basically saying that I didn't pick the right woman.
Right.
So you have every right at that point to question whether or not what's my ability of picking the woman that I want to be with. There's a big difference between cheating on your girlfriend and cheating on your wife.
That
is what I'm trying to say.
There is.
And once you
A
get
huge
into the
difference.
point of saying, a wedding has took place, people's family has been involved, a person's name is being changed.
Kids.
I ain't gonna go that far, but I will say, because we're talking about marriage,
Yeah.
and marriage is a little bit different of a level than just being in a relationship. So when you ask me something like that, no, I would not bring, because I'm going on and I'm stretching the game out so people can understand where I'm going. No, I would never bring my side chick to a function of where my girl is or where my girl been. No, because I feel like I'm disrespecting her absence. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I also understand the conclusion of how women read other women. There's no way in hell, because I would never put myself in a situation and date someone who is not aware of me or not aware of my actions and how I think. I'm not saying I'm looking for someone perfect.
Yeah.
I'm looking for someone compatible. So that's different. You know what I mean? So if I brought another chick around, or a couple of the chicks came in and I smashed with my homies and we're all at a cookout and my lady there, hell no. My lady is gonna be able to read that very fast because I communicate with her, and at the end of the day, she's gonna be able to read my body language and them. Shout out, and I want to send a shout out to the chicks who have this ability to be able to read certain women that they men may have had some type of sexual relations.
All of us.
Yeah,
All of us.
that's what I think. Like,
We see it coming.
yeah, I would never set.
I've seen it. I've seen like girls like looking over at boyfriends of mine and being like, "Don't you even dare," because if you do, and I find out, I swear. Like, and then when you find out, like they actually did with that person, you were like, "I told you," and I saw it coming. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that.
That's good.
And not so much of being in love or being wrapped up.
Right.
It just has to come to a point, at some giving point, where you decided this person to be in a relationship with you, so that respect has to be there. And if you know women, like, I'm fully aware of what female nature is. You know what I mean? Like, I know what female. Shout out to all the guys who understand where I'm going. Like, being able to recognize female nature. I'm fully aware of what female nature is, but what I'm saying is that no, because the woman that I would pick to be in a relationship with me would be able to read my body language, be able to understand what's around me, how am I interpreting the conversation. So I would be caught up in less than 5 to 10 minutes. So now I'm looking at it from a disrespectful point of view. I'm disrespecting her by allowing her to be around something that she shouldn't even be indulging in. Yeah, I'm a dead giveaway. You would look at me and be like, "You fucked her, didn't you?" Like, you would know. Like, at the end of the day, I'm real with myself before I am with anyone else.